nature unleashing its fury. I'm unleashing my fury that the wind's still kind of coming. I looked at my backyard. I was like, didn't I just sweep here?
Here we
It was
go.
like dirt and junk around. Yeah, and we can deal with heat, we can deal with rain, muggy, everything. Our friend, the winds.
Yeah, it's the winds. You know what it is. It's those East Canyon winds, and courtesy of thunderstorms nearby, even if it doesn't rain in your location, rain-cooled outflow wind gusts can kind of spread from the storms nearby, and that can change the amount of moisture in the air. Now, for some areas in southwest New Mexico, it's just a little bit more humid than yesterday morning, but from Albuquerque to the northeast, it's drier compared to yesterday morning. In the 30th percentile relative humidity range there for most of the Albuquerque metro, still pretty humid in Tucumcari and a bit humid in southeast New Mexico with rain showers and rumbles of thunder. More than that, just a bit. But bone dry in Grants, about 17% relative humidity right now with an air temperature 68, 74 in Albuquerque, 50 Alamosa, 62 in Clayton, 67 in Santa Fe, 77 in Roswell, 72 in Hobbs, 75 Carlsbad against storms moving to the southeast. It's a drier and much warmer air mass. Places like Socorro and the TRC in the 80s, 85, 83 respectively, with winds gusting at 31 miles per hour from the west-southwest. In Las Cruces, more of easterly wind gusts of 23 miles per hour, and Roswell bring in muggier conditions out there. And across the metro, we are pretty cool out there in places like Moriarty and Edgewood, 61 respectively, 67 in Tijeras, 74 in the Northeast Heights and the Sunport, 71 in Los Lunas. And around Sandia Peak yesterday, this was the scene to start. Very sunny skies. Then we had clouds rolling on through, some rain showers and rumbles of thunder as well. But a lot of the rain kind of quickly moved on to the east, and we've since really cleared out. And it's still relatively bright this morning because of the full moon and some clouds out there, but generally still mostly clear. But there are thunderstorms and plenty of clouds in southeast New Mexico. Moving away from Roswell into Carlsbad and Hobbs, a lot of these storms moving very quickly and not producing much in the way of any severe weather effects, if any at all. Throughout the morning and the afternoon, storms will re-fire off in southeast New Mexico, but starting off in the mountains as well in the northern and eastern mountains near Las Vegas and Mora, Ruidoso, Mescalero, a stray shower or rumble of thunder near Silver City. Albuquerque, it's going to be a dry day, as well as to the northwest. It'll be very warm and dry. Storms will pick up speed and intensity. Tucumcari, Santa Rosa, Clovis, Portales, these reds or purples signifying the potential of severe weather. Ruidoso, not much rain if at all, and Las Cruces, a stray shower or rumble of thunder. The Storm Prediction Center has issued a marginal risk of severe weather in the eastern mountain communities to the East Plains of New Mexico because of some of the storms packing a punch, not only with briefly heavy rain, but some hail, strong winds, frequent lightning, and maybe an isolated tornado or two. Either way, a good pool day here in Albuquerque, mostly sunny at 99 degrees, but very high to extreme amounts of UV radiation, a UV index of 12, so put on the sunscreen, the sunglasses, stay cool and comfortable. It'll be mostly sunny, then breezier throughout the later parts of the morning and the afternoon. Heat advisories for the Four Corners, Albuquerque, all the way to Las Cruces. So stay cool and comfortable for several hours on end. Temperatures in the upper 90s near triple-digit territory. Again, right around 99 in Albuquerque, 100 in Farmington, triple-digit territory from Socorro, Deming, even close to that in Roswell. A little bit cooler today in Clayton because of storms, and 90s in Clovis, but storms will start to become a little bit more widespread after today. Storms have been, again, mostly confined to east New Mexico, but with a resurgence of low-level moisture with the low pressure moving in from the east, we'll see more chances of rain, and the rainfall totals will start to increase in Ruidoso later this weekend to next week, between a quarter to a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch or more to Roswell as well. Mostly dry in the Four Corners to the Rio Grande Valley. So Durango, 90s in the short term, high 80s, low 90s by the weekend to next week. And in places like Alamosa to Cortez, because of the dry weather, the breezy weather, the elevated fire threat. Farmington and Cuba and Gallup in the mid to upper 90s, they're triple-digit territory, but cooler starting tomorrow into the weekend. Otherwise, we are going to be seeing the breezes in Deming, Las Cruces, Socorro, triple-digit territory, 90s in southeast New Mexico. Ruidoso in the 80s, Cloudcroft as well in the 80s because of a lack of clouds in, let alone any rainfall. So even drier and hotter compared to yesterday in Ruidoso, but we have to watch out for the flooding rainfall potential later this weekend, starting later tomorrow into next week. Las Vegas and Mora, all the way to Clayton, Tucumcari, storms will fire off and move very quickly to the southeast. From the Enchanted Circle to Espanola, 80s and 90s for the most part. And from Moriarty to Tijeras, Cedar Crest, storms will form to the east, kicking up East Canyon winds from the north to south valley of Albuquerque in the high 90s, low triple digits, but cooler and muggier by the weekend to next week. But again, even if it doesn't rain in your location, storms will pick up the winds, and tomorrow it's going to be a windier one. So David, I would actually say probably Sunday would be the better day to do any yard work as compared to tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Then again, Sunday is the Lord's Day, so
That
I will
is
leave
true.
it until
No, really
Monday.
good point.
Yeah. It's, I don't know, those winds. It's just, you would think that, and I know they kind of come with what, the outburst a little bit, and then we get the, the funneling through the canyon.
Saw a little bit of that
I
yesterday.
just wish they would just kind of blow somewhere else. Maybe.
Yeah, I know. But we'll take the rain, though, next week. Does look a lot more likely. But, of course, we're keeping a close eye on Rudoso.
That's the benefit of it all. All right, thanks a lot, Ryan.